All right, second time is a charm, right? Well, Lee University is one of several universities that had to make the tough decision to postpone their fall athletics. And here to talk about this and the tough decision and all of the factors that went into it is Lee University's athletic director, Larry Carpenter. So, Mr. Carpenter, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
First of all, you guys have postponed basketball, football, soccer, and volleyball. Those are not all of the sports. So can you talk about why you guys chose those specific sports?
Well, Lee University is a part of the Gulf South Conference, and as a conference, they do have football. Lee University does not have football, but the conference decided to at first delay the sports, the fall sports, and try to play them at end of September, early October, and then the Board of Presidents got together again and decided that not only to move that back to where we were postponing the fall sports until the first year, hopefully to give us the best chance to play.
Absolutely. And I can only imagine how hard that was. And you took a lot of things into consideration. Can you talk about some of those factors that you guys considered?
Well, there's several factors. One of them is the mandates and regulations put on all the schools by the NCAA. They put forth a testing protocol where all the schools were going to have to test all their athletes prior to playing in games or matches, or every 2 weeks you would have to do a surveillance testing. That was part of it. And then they came back about a week ago and said that all the schools would be liable for all costs pertaining to COVID-19. And for a lot of schools our size in Division II, and a lot of your mid-major and even your major universities are having trouble following those guidelines.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, cross country and golf will still be permitted this semester. Can you talk a little bit about why those athletes are allowed to play?
Absolutely. Those are two of our lower risk sports, and that we feel like that we can have contests and they can go play in tournaments or meets and do it at a minimal risk. It will give us an opportunity to look at our protocols to make sure that the things we have in place to secure the safety of our athletes is working. So we're hopeful that they will actually be able to go out there and play some golf and run some cross country this fall.
Yeah. Do you guys, with kind of shifting some of these sports to the spring, how is the spring going to look? If you had to say right now, do you think it'll be kind of back to normal by then, or what do you guys think?
It won't be back to normal. We're hoping that the NCAA will allow the winter and spring sports to have national championships. That's the biggest thing we're thinking about right now. But if we move this fall sports and we're allowed to play all of our sports, it will certainly be a challenge staffing wise, but we feel like we're up to the task and that we can be able to play all of our sports. The fall sports, I think, will be at a modified schedule. I don't think that they'll be the full schedule that they would have been this fall, but I think we're going to put something together that will benefit the students and make it the most meaningful schedules we can have.
Absolutely. Mr. Carpenter, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know that this has not been an easy decision. There's been a lot to consider, but the number one thing is the safety of everyone involved, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, let's send it over to Brittany for a